Today I'm doing a weekly vlog talking about the books I read this week, about the movies, TV shows, or other things I've seen this week, and yeah, generally just on a weekly update. This video is inspired by the weekly updates by Mike on Mike's Books Review, so thanks to Mike who allowed me to take over his idea how to structure these vlogs. So yeah, thanks to him. So this week was a pretty good reading week. I had been reading Elantris by Brandon Sanderson since the end of January, roughly. I finally finished that book on Thursday. So yeah, and I really enjoyed the ending of the book. I had issues with the first half, and the second half really made up for that. And I read the last, I think 150 pages or something in the last 2 days. So yeah, it was a fun read in the end, and I will have a review for that pretty soon, so look out for that. While I was reading Elantris, I didn't really pick up anything else. Like in the beginning I finished up 2 other books, but then I was focusing on Elantris. After I finished Elantris, I picked up 2 new books. One is Blood of Elves by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is the first novel in the Witcher saga. So it is set after the first 2 short story collections that I have already read, and I reviewed The Last Wish last week. So you can check that video out. I'll link it in the info box. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first 2 short story collections. I gave both of those 5 out of 5 stars, and I am about, only 20 pages or so into Blood of Elves. But yeah, I think I will enjoy this book. It's also pretty short. I think it's cool that we're now getting novels instead of short stories. I enjoy the short stories, but I think if this saga is really as good as the novels and goes deeper into the characters and the world and has a good story, I think this will be an amazing read. And the other book I started yesterday is A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin. This is the 3rd book in the A Song of Ice and Fire series, and a lot of people's favorite book from that series, also a lot of people's favorite book of all time. So a lot of pressure going into this. I've loved the first 2 books. Those were my favorite books of last year, so I'm pretty sure I'll love this book. But yeah, I am about 25 pages in. I just read those yesterday. I'll continue today, but I've enjoyed it so far. I read the prologue, which I liked. I didn't like it quite as much as the other 2 prologues from the first 2 books, because those were quite amazing. This one was also good, but I just didn't enjoy it as much because I was expecting a little bit more, because I've seen the show and the scene that the prologue was depicting was a bit more, let's say, intense in the show. So when it ended, I was like, okay, yeah, it was cool, but my expectations were wrong. And then I read the first POE chapter, and that one was also pretty good. So yeah, I will focus on these 2 books. If you don't know, what I usually do is I have one book a shorter book that I take with me wherever I go. So Blood of Elves is that for me right now. If I go to university or so, I will take that with me, and during my commute or during my breaks, I'll read that. And then I have a bigger book, which is A Storm of Swords right now, which I read mostly when I'm home, in the evenings mostly. So yeah, I'm reading these in parallel. I hope I'll finish these 2 rather quickly. I know I'll need some time to finish Storm of Swords, because it's almost 1,000 pages. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this book. I read A Clash of Kings back in November, I think I finished it. So yeah, I've been waiting a while to start this. I'm really looking forward to go back into both of these worlds. I will be doing reviews for these books and also the other books in the series, so look out for those as well if you're interested. And once I'm finished with these books, I hope I'll finish Blood of Elves this week, so I can talk about a new book next week in this weekly update. I think I should get through it. It's not so long, but yeah, let's see what happens. And I have planned some things that I want to read. I will talk about those in my March TBR video that should be coming in the next 2-3 days. Those were the books I focused on this week. So I finished Elantris and started Blood of Elves and A Storm of Swords. As for movies, I don't think I watched any this week. I was a bit busy, so I didn't watch movies. But what I'm watching currently is I I tend to do this, like I'm rewatching Friends, the TV show. I think I watched it for the first time in like 2016 because some friends of mine, yeah, really convinced me to watch that show, and I really love that show. I watched it and then I rewatched it immediately, and yeah, since then I've been rewatching it a few times, maybe once a year, or yeah, I just put it on when I don't have another show to watch, or when I don't want to start binging a show, because this is a show I can just put off at any time. So yeah, when I'm more busy, I tend to watch Friends. So I'm watching that currently. I don't think there's any other TV show I'm watching right now. If you have any recommendations what I should watch, you can leave them down below. Regarding movies, I hope I will get to the next DCEU movies this week so I can put up reviews for those in the following week. The last thing I want to talk about here, like this is the first time I'm talking about this on the channel, so let me know if you like it. I wanted to talk a little bit about wrestling because I am a big wrestling fan. So there were two big events this week. One was WWE Super Showdown, which I did not enjoy, especially because of the results. Like I only watched it, like I didn't watch it with a lot of focus. I just watched a few matches I was interested in, but those were like, yeah, quite disappointing. Especially, yeah, the main event. I think the people who've seen it know what I mean. Like, I don't know what WWE is doing currently. They just tend to focus on older people who were really, really popular and good 20 years ago, and they are just focusing on those right now instead of building new stars. And it's quite frustrating, but yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much because I was quite annoyed on Thursday when I saw that main event. I was just like, okay, why the hell would you do this? Yesterday, on Saturday, there was AEW Revolution, the pay-per-view, and that one was really, really good. I really enjoyed the tag team title match between the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. So that match was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story they told in the ring. I enjoyed the story they told after the match. And yeah, I think it's one of the best stories going on in wrestling right now. I think I even told like my cousins as well to watch that match because for me personally, Kenny Omega is one of my favorite wrestlers right now. And yeah, I told them like Young Bucks best tag team in the world, Omega best wrestler in the world, and then Hangman Adam Page is doing amazing character work right now. So I said he's the best character worker right now in wrestling. So yeah, these three elements worked really, really well in that match, and it was quite a unique match in terms of the story they told. So yeah, if you're a wrestling fan, I would recommend you watch that. And also the main event of that show was amazing and had a nice ending, and I was very happy at the ending. I'm not going to spoil what happened if you haven't seen it, but yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think that's it for the weekly update for now. I hope you liked it. I will hopefully focus more on the books next week. Like right now, I don't have a lot to say about the books I started reading because I'm just 20 pages in for both of them. So that part was a bit short. So I'll see if I can get in some movies or TV shows next week to talk about here. But so this week on the channel, you should expect my February reading wrap-up and my March TBR. Also, I will be doing a review for Elantris because I'm planning to go through the Cosmere this year and do reviews for all the novels. And I will also hopefully do a Sword of Destiny review this week. So yeah, look out for those. As for movie reviews, I hope I can put out a Batman v Superman review on the weekend. And yeah, that's the plan I have for now. Let me know if you like the things I talked about, if you like this format of a video, if you have any suggestions, what else I can talk about here, what you didn't like did you like that I talked about wrestling. For me personally, I see wrestling also as a storytelling medium. That's why I wanted to see if I should talk about this. I'm not planning to talk too much about it. Maybe I'll do reviews for a few of the big shows, but I don't think I'm planning to do a lot of wrestling content on this channel right now. But yeah, if you're interested, let me know. I'm open for suggestions. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and hit the notify bell. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Check out the videos I talked about in the info box. And yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.